Stadium in Iowa City. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with the Buckeyes head coach before the game. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So Ohio State's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And here's the name everyone recognizes, Bo Jackson, a 150-yard, 3-touchdown day while leading his team to victory in their last game. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for room. It's Jackson. Picks up the first down. There's a crease. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Throwing. Say it. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on second and long. Looking downfield, it's Saying. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Lined up in the gun on third down. Saying. He's got it. Touchdown, Buckeye! A great catch and run for 6. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off the touchdown pass.
The Hawkeyes offense will now get its first chance with the football. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
And this matchup is going to be so much fun to watch because this defense, they're really, really good. And they like to take away what you do best. And a lot of times that means focusing on your number one guy.
And the rush. to him at the 25.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Trying play action. He's got his man across the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
And the Hawkeyes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Here's a give to Malton. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Hawkeyes look to keep this drive humming. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Here's a little room there. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On first down, it's Malton again. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the draw, it's Malton. And he's in! Touchdown, Hawkeye!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And he tacked on the extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-him football, that last intercepted, the defense has set him up. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. From the red zone, it's Malton. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And the try is no good. And after the first quarter miss, guys, we're still tied up.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Running inside, it's Jackson. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the knee on third down. Now here's Sayin. Makes the catch. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided.
Got it in stride inside the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Run in the red zone. It's Jackson. Spins away from the defender. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Buckeyes trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. This feels like one of those games you might have to have. Every score already down 14-7. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wide receiver comes in. To the air on second down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, I think on the last play, they didn't get it to the sticks. They were hoping he'd be able to make the catch, make a guy miss, and advance the football. But because they couldn't execute, now it's 4th and long.
Punt is on its way. Takes it on the return. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Buckeyes are facing 3rd and inches. they'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Fires on the move. Complete downfield. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They
might have a chance. He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And the Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, I had a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Pressure coming, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
Keeps it on the option. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. And the Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on Ohio State's sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered.
There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Right back to the well.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet.
Maybe a crease. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Sayin. Bringing the heat. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Sayin. It's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. He's got it, first down and more. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Jackson. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They've got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Iowa spends his 2nd time out here. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Pushes for the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
When you get down here in the red zone, when you get close to the end zone and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back, he does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And that ball is caught. One hand grab. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Punts it out of the air. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. The Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Escapes the pressure going right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Iowa!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Molly, what update do you have for us?
Here on Ohio State's sideline, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. Tavian St. Clair gets it out quickly. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Timeout signal forward by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. 1 snap coming before they head to the locker room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for 1 final play in this half. On the run, it's Jackson. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
On third down, he drops to throw. He'll get rid of it. And it's incomplete on third down.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. St. Clair throws for the tight end. Got his man to the left. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The noise level is relentless here on second down. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense...
all bottled up, and now the ball is free. And they lost the ball out of bounds, and it'll be a loss of yardage on that one.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario for the offense. The good news is they recovered the fumble. The bad news is it was in their own end for a safety.
And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rowe will get us up to date on his condition. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Rides to the back. Jumped on top of the pile.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. Throwing St. Clair. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. And the Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Goes high to pull it in. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Going to the run. It's Moulton. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they take for 6 more points.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cross. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, Dale.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
I love quarterbacks that are decisive and that put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on a line in a hurry with some extra hot sauce, you have to do it. Good job by the quarterback understanding zone and hitting that curve.
Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. So 1st down will open up the final period. Might as well give it to him again. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running inside, it's Jackson. Makes it past the marker. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. On the ground, it's Jackson. Finding some room. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They've already peeled more than 3 minutes off the clock on this drive as they stand over the ball on 2nd down. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting 1st downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their 1st. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Fires to the end zone. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse.
And the ball's free in the end zone. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defensive touchdown.
And how about this defense? Pinning their ears back, being aggressive near the goal line. They could smell it, maybe trying to get the safety, but even better, force the fumble, fall on top of it. Touchdown for this defense.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Try to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create it.
Snags it, and there's running room. He's got enough for the 1st down, and he's stopped after a pickup of 14, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. There's some room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they used a timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Tavian St. Clair working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team.